Hello, I'm Sudarshan, a Starshine Star, and I'm so happy that you're here with me for this part 2 of Top 10 Reasons California is Effing Failing. That I just posted the part 1. I got it from Hatching the Top 10 Reasons list from Hatching History on TikTok. I thought it was such an interesting list, and then I spoke a little bit more about it. But I have to keep these clips under 10 minutes in order to post them on TikTok. I have a YouTube channel called It's the Dazzling of the Light, or just type in at Sudarshan, a Starshine Star, to access my over 200 clips there. And why not join my YouTube channel? And please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I'm having to do a part 2, something I was talking about Gavin Newsom, but I'm going to begin, like I begin all of my clips, with the 3 opening prayers, which are in Sanskrit and Telugu, and they're short. And this is to bless, uplift, purify, and sanctify you, me, and this clip. They are the Guru Mantra, the Ganesha Mantra, and the Gayatri Mantra. Om, 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 Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshvaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmahi Sri Guruve Namaha. Om Suklam Bharataram Vishnum Sashivarnam Chatopujam Prasanavaranam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashante. Om Bhurbuva Suvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Excellent. Well, I really encourage you, if you didn't listen to the part 1, which is a short, under 10-minute clip that I just posted, I encourage you to go listen to that. Otherwise, you'll be missing out, because I'm not going to repeat that again. I left it off where I was talking about how I know Gavin Newsom, saying that I've known Gavin Newsom since right before he was made supervisor of San Francisco. And even though, like I mentioned in part 1, I have a very famous step family. My stepfather is the most famous shaman in the earth realm, as well as 2 out of the 3 of my stepbrothers. They're all very famous. And this is not through them. This is about my biological family. As I mentioned, my biological brother prepped. He went away to prep at age 11 to Groton, and his roommate was Billy Getty. And since that time that they first met, they became best friends, and they really were like brothers for, all these years. They were very, very close. And along with that, because Billy was very close until he wasn't to Gavin Newsom, it is often said that Billy's father, Gordon Getty, kind of adopted Gavin as like another son. He really supported him and financially and in a lot of ways. And even though Gavin's father, Judge Newsom, had a pretty big, like, old, boys' school, big rep in San Francisco, and I knew nothing. This was, I knew nothing. As I said, go listen to what I said in part 1, but I did... I knew nothing of the dark cult background. I knew nothing of the satanic allegiance of these dark cult satanic elites, as they call themselves. California has been ruled by 3 families, the Newsom, Pelosi, and the Getty. And I never met any Pelosi's, but, Nancy Pelosi was Gavin Newsom's aunt. Neither of these 2 beings are walking the earth. They are not. They were picked up for a military tribunal because of treason and crimes against humanity. So as I was saying at the end of the part 1 clip, the Gavin that you see now, I don't know how many replacements it has been. I don't know if this is a Gavin 3.0 or a Gavin 4.0, but it's not the original Gavin, the 1.0, who was picked up for treason and crimes against humanity, as I said, and found guilty in a military tribunal, and capital crimes receive capital punishment. Gavin was not, when I first met him, he was always ambitious, always very clear about his desire to be president of the United States, but he was, he had a temper, but he was pretty nice, and I knew him personally. Yes, things like even having a birthday party in his flat in the marina in San Francisco when he was still engaged to the socialite Kelly Flieger, before he dumped her, and Kelly Flieger, who was a Baphomet, a biological male, below the belt, looking like a female, like the satanic elites, convert their beings. Even though Gavin wasn't a gay, he very much was a heterosexual, but like the satanic elite families, they marry and they have these mates they prize that form of Satan called Baphomet that you see in the typical statue of Satan that has a goat head and 2 fingers pointing up and down, meaning as above, so below. It has a erect male phallus and female breasts. That's called the Baphomet. That's like what most of the A-listers that you have seen in Hollywood are. Including things like Victoria's Secret models and stuff like that. But most people are, copping on to that, realizing that right now. And that doesn't mean they're the only ones. A lot of the top Hollywood male hunks are biological females. Yeah, you should go back and, like I've talked about on my YouTube channel under the Controller series or the Real Real series. Yeah, the top satanic elites of the world were not just only interested in breeding horse and hound. They're very much interested in human breeding and things like that. And they bred big women and little tiny men to be these inverted satanic examples that you see throughout politics and in Hollywood, and whose original name was Babylon. And, anything of great name and fame for the most part. Not always. There are independent beings that did not succumb to this, but the majority did. So anyway, why I'm talking about that is Gavin was not always like that, but gosh, towards the end times, he was so demon-filled. I mean, you look at any close-up of his face or his eyes, they're just rolling in like a hellish demonic fury. It was pretty scary to see what he really turned into. But this is not, so what you're seeing is a show. What you're seeing this is like this big, Gavin and President Trump feud, whatever. The Gavin Newsom right now is being played by a white hat face mask. So it doesn't matter if you think, oh, he's suing this and he's suing that and Gavin's doing this. He's not doing that. This is a show to show, the white hats are showing, because people can't be told. They have to see what the true character of Gavin Newsom was, along with these other satanic elites coming out of the Democratic Party, what their intentions were for America and for the world, the New World Order, one world government, one religion, Satanism, put everyone under the social credit system after the 7.8 billion population on Earth was reduced to only 500 million. That's it. And you can look to the Georgia Guidestones and look that up and see the commandments on that, because I don't have time on this clip to go into that. But Nancy Pelosi, same deal with her. That being has been replaced so many times by really bad clones that are so crazy, and also some face masks. And they also use CGI a lot. But Nancy Pelosi's, who is Gavin Newsom's aunt, her father was a mafia boss, a mayor of Baltimore. That was a mafia structure there. And anyway, so... And they weren't the top bosses. Their plans came down, as I spoke of in a great series that I just did called Snap Out of It, a 6-part series on my YouTube channel. Their bosses were really the 13 satanic papal bloodline families, royal families that were ruling out of Venice and Rome, the seed of the serpent families, children of Cain, who were guided by the orders and messages and plans given to them by something called the Pindar, P-I-N-D-A-R. And that Pindar might have been, that's who was directly underneath Satan in this satanic hierarchical pyramid structure, who receives the orders and commands from Satan and passes them down. And possibly the Pindar was the last great pope that I spoke of. Go look on my YouTube. Pepe Orsini, the last great pope out of the ancient Maximus clan, who's called Orsini. Anyway, oh gosh, I'm going to have to go part 3. I can't believe this, because I have to keep these so short. I didn't get to say what I wanted to say about California and its southwest position and why that's important. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so let me go on now to part 3 of this series. I'll do a part 3 right now. And thank you so much. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you and yours. I'm sending much love and big hugs to you and yours. We live in pretty exciting times right now. The great scouring of earth, of darkness and evil. I'll see you when I see you, and bye-bye for now.